In Stsailes plans for emergency response. We plan for freshet flooding, large earthquakes, landslides, and the long winter storms that were happening, and the long-term power outages.
You can't forecast any disaster, and when the big bar slide happened, that was a disaster. It blocked the whole Fraser River, that blocked so many terminal fisheries, so many nations that had, since time immemorial, had that connection with the salmon people, and they talk about survival. You know, yeah, they can survive, they can go and buy stuff from the store to try and sustain themselves, but it's more than that. It's feeding the spirit of the people, it's feeding the spirit of the community.
We've been given the traditional name Mayet Clakays, and it means taking care. Everything around the response in Stsailes has always been what they call Stsailecized, where they incorporate traditional foods, gathering spaces, and inclusive of elders and community members as well.
In terms of emergency preparedness, you know, a lot of times it's always just good to be proactive rather than reactive. One of the real big things that guides us and moves us is our Sts'ailes, our laws and our teachings that were handed to us from our elders. If you help somebody, someday down the line, you know, maybe you're going to need help. It'll be returned. Also, you know, if we have something that we can share or offer, you know, our elders and our ancestors, that's exactly how they were. If they had something that was good, they shared it, and that's one of the things that we do here in Stsailes, and that's all guided by just those principles of our Sts'ailes.
Well, we just recently had opened the Saskets basket, so it became really quickly an easy resource to be able to provide meals to evacuees and to the BC wildfire firefighters who were housed here on this property as well. And when they fought the fires up at the lake. So I don't even know how many firefighters were here. I don't know the numbers and the details, but they were also here, provided a meal for breakfast and a carry-out lunch and a late dinner when they got back. The feedback from the wildfire firefighters were that it was good to come home to what was like a home-cooked meal.
It's everywhere, right? Communities step up and they're willing to help with these emergencies, and it's awesome to see. It like warms my heart to actually see that, you know, in an emergency event, we all kind of pull together. No matter what community you're from, everybody steps up to help.
They camped out here, and we left the door open so they can come in, and you know, all hours of the night they would just sit, have coffee, or go on their phones, or you know, keep in touch with their loved ones.
As Wilmuk people, people are always willing to help. They have it in our language, they call it kinkina milts, and that means that you're going to return love and gesture. You know, some people may have money that they can put forward, but if we had something else which we feel is worth more than money, which is kindness and love, then that's what we're going to give, and we know that we'll get a return from it.
It's very important to create that relationship with First Nations communities and to engage them, as a lot of this is their traditional territory, and we recognize that, and it's very important for Fraser Zone and BC Wildfire staff to engage and to commit to those relationships.